Okay, on the last set of problems that they're going to ask you for coterminal angles, all right, copy this down, is going to say find a positive and a negative. So there's it's a two-part problem. You got to find a positive and a negative. Find a positive and a negative coterminal angle for each given angle. It's a little confusing, so I'm going to explain this, okay? But understand that you have to give me two different answers, one for a positive coterminal and one for a negative coterminal. So find a positive and a negative coterminal angle. Remember, that's what this section is about, this assignment, coterminal angles for each given angle. All right, let's jump in. Number one, 30 degrees. 30 degrees is the angle. Okay, it's the given angle, but it can't be one of your answers. It can't be the answer for the positive, and it's obviously not the answer for the negative. What you're going to have to find, if it's already a positive angle itself, you have to find another one. Usually try to find the first positive. If this is the first positive, you got to go around and find the next positive. Remember, you can find infinite number of angles that are coterminal. So let's draw our xy axis. Let's look at this. Yeah? Okay. 30 degrees. Well, 30 degrees starts here. All the angles initiate here, the initial side. 30 degrees is right there. That's 30 degrees. This is the terminal side. Now, that is the first, if I just start and I stop right there at 30 degrees, that's the first one that happens. But remember, you can keep doing another rotation, you can keep doing another rotation, you can keep doing, I can find an infinite number of angles that stop there at the same and that share the same terminal side. So if I'm at 30, what do I need to do to get back to 30 again? Not add another 30. I got to go, remember, if I'm at 0, I got to add 360. 360 brings you back to the same place. So if I do 30 plus 360, that gives me 390, right? If I'm here and I want to come back here, if I do a whole rotation, I'll come right back here. So if I'm at 30, I'm going to add 360 to it. That tells me 390. Let's check that. If I do that and there's 360 plus 30 more, see? That'll come right back to the same place, right? 360 is back to 0 from, right? You start at 0, you come back to 0, 360 plus 30 more. So 30 and 360 are coterminal. So for your positive angle that's coterminal is another 360, yeah? But for the negative angle is different. For the negative angle, we didn't already have something to start with. For the negative angle in this problem, we're actually just starting from 0 here again, right? And we're just gonna go one time and just get there the first round, the first lap around. So if I'm here and I gotta go all the way around, what would be this angle that brings me back to this place? Well, remember I've been telling you, if this is 30, and these two add up to 90 in this quadrant, this makes this one 60. I need this information. I need to know that's 60. Why? Because if I have to figure out this negative angle, I'm starting at 0. Then you went negative 90. Then you want another negative 90, which is negative 180. And then another negative 90, which is negative 270. Negative 270 is up to here, but how much more do you need to add to get to the same terminal side? 60 degrees. So whatever 270 plus 60 is, 270 plus this 60 more, will get me back to this terminal side, to the same place. That's going to be 330. But remember, we're going clockwise. We're doing a negative angle. So this is what? Negative 330. So 30 degrees stops right there. Oh, why did I write 360? That's not right. Why did I do that? That is 390, huh? Right, I'm sorry, I did 30. 30 plus 360 is 390, and I even wrote it right here. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, 30 degrees stops here. 360 plus 30 more, 390 stops right here for positive angles. And I can keep going around in circles, but now I'm going to go this way, right? For the negative angle, I just got to go the first time around. The first time around. So all these are coterminal. They're in the same place. 30 degrees was your given angle, but your positive angle that is also coterminal is the 390. That's your positive angle. The negative angle is what? Remember we did 270 plus 60. So that's what? Well, it's 330, but it's actually what? Negative 330. These are your two answers. This is your one for your positive angle. This is the one for their negative angle. And again, they're coterminal. They land and they stop and they end and they rest in the same place. Okay, let's do another one. Number 2. I have negative 195 degrees. Well, let's see where that is. That's the given angle. That's where we got to see where that is first. So a negative angle, well, starts here. Negative is this way clockwise. That's negative 90. And if I go another 90, that's negative 180. 180 plus what? 15 more, right? You guys agree this would have to be a 15 more? 180 plus 15 is 195. But it's negative, right? This is the terminal side for a negative 195 degree angle right there. Okay. What do I have to do if I'm right here at negative 195? What do I have to do to get to right back again? Well, I have to do 195 plus what? 360 again. Right? You just add another 360, but it's negative, right? So a negative 195 and another negative 360 is going to give you what? 555? Actually, negative 555. Right, so if I already have a negative angle, to get to the other negative angle that is coterminal, you just add another 360 because it takes you another rotation around and back to the same place. Okay? So negative 555 is another negative angle that is coterminal. But how about the positive angle? We need to remember you need a positive and a negative. Well, we haven't done any positive angles, so just the first angle, the first rotation angle to get there, that's going to be the answer. Whatever this is, that'll be my positive angle, right? Positive angles are drawn counterclockwise. So how do I figure out what this angle is? Well, I go 90. That gets me to here. And how much is this angle? How much is this part right here? Well, again, going back to why I wanted you to do these complementary angles. If this is 15, right, we figured out this angle is 15 here. And these two add up to 90. This has to be 75. So I have to add what? 90 degrees. From here to here is 90 degrees. Plus the 75 will get me right here on the same terminal side for my positive angle. So your positive angle that is coterminal would be 90 plus 75, that's 165. All right. Okay, now watch what they're going to do on this next one because it's a little bit trickier. Number 3. $525. I need to find another. I need to find another positive coterminal, and I have to find a negative coterminal angle. Okay, well, let's use and visualize this and draw it out. Here's my y-axis. Now, if you see any angles that are greater than 360, right, whether it be whether it's positive, like in this case, it's positive 525, or if it's a negative angle, you know that it's gone around twice, or more than twice. It's gone around more than once. So we don't have to keep going in a bunch of circles. We just have to get the first one. The first one that's the positive coterminal, and the first one that's the negative coterminal. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let me graph this one so I can see where that is. 525 would be, you know what? I'm going to do this one in black. Starts here. I know this is 360. 360 plus another 180 is 540. That's too much. I know it's not going to be past this way, so I'm going to back up 15 degrees. Here it is. Here's 525. It went around 360 plus more, right? This is 525. Let me tell you how I got that. Again, I went 360. And then I assumed I added 90 plus another 90 more. So that's 360 plus 180. 360 plus 180 is 540. 540 is too much, see? I need only... So if this is 540, I backed up. I backed up 15 degrees. If you didn't do it that way, you could just go 360. This is 0, right? This is 0. This is 360. And then if you add 90, that's 450 here. And then 450 plus what? Well, when you do the math, that'll be 75 degrees. See, you always need to know these angles. I've been telling you that from the other worksheets. It's going to help you out knowing that and doing that. Yeah, 450 plus 75, right? $4.50 plus 75 is 525. Okay, so I know this is the terminal side right there. Okay, I'm going to highlight that. But for this angle, see how we went in a bunch of rotations like a couple of times? When you find the positive and the negative coterminal, you just have to find the first one that goes around once. If that's already given, then you add 360. If not, we just got to find the very first one. So ignore all this. I mean, you know what? Let me, I know where the angle is. It's in quadrant 2, and I know these two. See, these two numbers are going to help me. But I'm going to erase this so that you can see what I'm talking about. I don't have to go and add more to this. I can just give you the first positive angle that occurs. I'm going to erase this. If it works, please. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got our terminal side right here. Remember, I need a positive angle, I need a negative angle. I know where it is. It's right here. It went around a couple times or whatever. I don't need to go a bunch of times and a bunch of rotations. If this is the terminal side and I got this information for my positive angle, just find the first one that gets there. Just find the first one that gets there. And the same thing for the negative angle. Just find the first one that gets there. And stops and rests and ends right here in the same exact place. So for the positive one, a positive coterminal to 525 would be what? 90. 90 plus what? Plus this 75. Right, this plus this, right? We have this angle here. This is 90, this is 75. So that's what, 165? Oh, we did it over here. Positive 165 is coterminal to 525. And again, I already know this terminal side. I know these angles in this quadrant. Now if I want to find a negative angle that's going to also just on the first, the first round around, the first rotation around, how much is this? Well, I know this is 90 plus another 90. I know from here this is 180. 180 plus what? 180 plus 15. Yeah, I give you the same. That's okay. 180 plus 15 is what? Remember, we're going negative though. Negative 90, negative 180, negative. So you add a negative 180 with a negative 15, that's negative 195. I'm just realizing I'm getting the same values as number 2 over here. But see, that's if they give you an angle greater than 360. Coincidence. Anyways, that's the idea, guys. So for my positive coterminal angle is 165. For the negative coterminal angle is negative 185. All right, good luck with that.